So, hello everyone and welcome back. We've made it to race 3 here in Online Formula Racing's Formula 1 Division 1 Season 5. You've got Dr. Robot and Havoc. How you doing, Havoc?
Really good, Robot. Super ready for this race. Zandvoort, the Dutch Grand Prix. Haven't seen it in the real F1 yet. It's coming, though. I think we're less than 300 days away. Obviously, we're less than 300 days away.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's about 100. But yeah, just the ability to see us go around it, and we haven't seen the real F1 teams do it yet. It's just...
It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
super
thought of
weird.
it like that before, actually. Now, we've done this track once before in OFR in the main divisions. We did it 2 seasons ago. And this is going to be the second time. And we've got a lot of new drivers, and we've got a lot of similarly paced drivers now as well. Practice sessions throughout the week, we're looking at 108s probably for the quali time. Maybe a 107, I don't know. I think that's a bit out of reach, but it's going to be a close one again. And we've got a new driver. We've got IFR Menno, who's IFR Stinson's mate from another league. He's going to be racing here today, and apparently he's quick.
Yeah, that's what they say, Robot, isn't it? They say he's quick. We've got an interesting layout with the Dutch Grand Prix. 15 turns, a lot of tricky spots, a weird tire strategy. You got to make the softs last as long as you can. It's going to be an interesting race.
It is. I'm riding on board with Menno right now, actually. He's on his first hot lap on that soft tyre. I think he's going to be the first one to actually set it. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll stick with him for now because he is the new guy, and I really do want to see what kind of pace he's got. So he's just going to finish Sector 1 now. Actually, Sector 1's quite large, isn't it? You've got to get all the way around to turns 7 before you actually get to it. So it's going to be around the 30-second sector. Here he comes now. He's done a 29.7, so we'll use that as the benchmark. He's got purple in the first sector as well. Could be the first guy, but we'll wait and see. He's made it through turn 9 okay. A little bit of a tricky braking zone through 10 here. Like you said earlier, it's a double apex, and you don't want to make it a double apex though. He's got a little bit scruffy on the outside of the curb there as he's made it through turn 10, and now he's come up to the chicane at 11 and 12 and into the long left-hander that is 12 here. It's a really long end to the chicane. And he's got through it okay again. Hardly any oversteer, no lockups, no major lockups at least. And he's got through the final corner almost perfectly here. He's going to stick to the right-hand side of the track here, and let's see what his lap time's going to be. Is it going to be a 108 already? I think it could be. It is. It's a 108.6. He's gone fastest for the first time. That's pretty decent.
They made it fast time. Let's see what the other guys are putting in. I think Scotty is kind of scrubbed off his lap where he's restarting. Vilsec comes in with a 109, and then we have German with a 109. That's a fast time, I think, for Minna for a first lap out. Fresh track, overcast, no rubber down on the track. That's a fairly good time.
It really is. German's done a 109.3, so that's already, what's that, 7/10 slower. Stinson's got a 108.8, but he's still not beat Menno. Izat's got 109 flat on that soft tyre as well. Hello, Menno. Is he going to be the Izat disturber?
Some shock here today. Stinson, now, we know Stinson's going to put out. This is a home track for Stinson. We don't know if it is for Minna or not. We know it's a home track for Stinson. Stinson's going to show out today, I believe. We should see him have a fairly good result. No jinxing required, I hope. Tommy up there. Tommy, he's that teammate, 109.3, up there in the top 5.
Not seen him up there that high for quite some time, actually. Nice to see him back. He must be in tune with this track.
Yeah, the times are coming in very quick. There's going to be a lot of traffic. You got to space your lap out. Fairly reasonable. You have to be reasonable about spacing and getting out before a driver or after a driver. You have to be on the right marks. You got to get out of the way when you can. You got to get on it when you can. You got to build up that speed. You got to have room in front of you to have the best possible hot lap available.
Well, let's talk a bit more about the track then, whilst we're seeing a lot of people come in on their in-laps right now. Sector 1, it is quite tricky. Probably the trickiest part in Sector 1 is turns 2 and 3. You kind of need to brake as you're going over the apex in turn 2 to set you up to turn 3, and that is going to be tricky if you're side by side with someone.
A ton of different lines going into turn 4 there when you come out of 3. There's the high line, there's the low line, there's the middle line. There's so many different ways you can get through there. Not lose a lot of time. I think there is a preferred line to go around there. I think it is a little bit lower down to the apex. You don't want to go too high, but going too high is not going to lose you a lot of time. And then, as you were saying, going through 7 and then 8, you come down into a very fast turn 9. It's not blind, Robot, but it comes up to you very quickly, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah. It's a tough one too, because after turns 8 and 9, Sector 2 only actually contains 4 corners. Now you've got 8, 9, 10, and that's it. halfway down the DRS straight, you're coming up to sector 3. That's how short this track is, and I think we're going to see 36 laps around here with less than a 1 minute 10. So it's kind of like Austria territory. It's that kind of speed. It's that kind of quick laps, and there are only 14 corners, but some of them, like through the S's, 4, 5, and 6, they aren't really corners at all. It's full speed, so. Right. I think it is quite tricky to follow because of the effects of the loss of downforce, but I think we could see guys staying pretty close to each other here with plenty of overtakes.
Well, it's all about that exit out of 14 and 15, isn't it? You gotta have a good exit coming out of there for a good chance of an overtake going down into 1. Same with 11. You come out of 11, you want to slingshot yourself out of that turn to make the most you can out of the overtake.
That's true. I'm just trying to quickly see who's going to be the next one to start a hot lap. We've got some guys starting now, actually, but I can't quite see who it is. Is that Lazo? No, it's not Lazo. He's just come round. We've got a yellow in Sector 1 as well. Something's happened through Turn 3. But I'll stick with Lazo for now, who is on an out lap. And you keep an eye on the times that are going to clock through after this lap, because it is pretty close up there. But Menno's got a 2/10 of a second advantage over Stinson still, which is quite remarkable. So Lazo's
he's
just
looking like he's got another tidy lap going. I'm watching Menno.
Again, okay.
Yeah, you keep going with Lazo. I just wanted to see how he's getting through.
Is he up? Well, he's about to come across the Sector 2 line now.
Oh, very, very sideways coming out of that turn.
Yeah, and he's lost a tenth and a half there. Yeah, he's lost a bit of time. So probably won't improve. Do you think he'll come straight into the pits to abandon the lap?
I think he will. No reason to carry on again. You start on these softs, you're going to lose 2 laps, or actually 3 laps. That's going to put you at coming in around 5 or 6, and that's what he's doing. He's coming in.
So Stinson is just going through the S's right now. He's coming up to turn 7, slight lift, and he's gone super wide there actually, but he's managed to maintain a lot of speed. Back on the throttle nice and early through 8, and brakes just after his wing passes that 50-meter board there. So quite late, I would say, compared to the other guys, which is normally around 60 or 55. Now, he's got through turn 10 all right. His Sector 2 time is... He's 3/10 up on his time. He's got enough right now to beat Menno. So it's going to come down to this final sector. Through he goes 12. He's looking steady. If he nails this apex, he's going to get pole for now. He's done it.
And he nailed it.
He's done it.
He nailed it.
Absolutely no inside curb, and that's what you want. Is he going to come in? No, he's reducing the track distance there, and he's going to cross the line and take pole position by 1/10 of a second. Exactly 1/10 of a second as well.
Exactly 1/10.
Wow.
What a lap.
Yeah, look at Stinson flying that alpha there. Very good lap. Menno's got 1/10 to find. Margalit has got 4/10 to find now. He's 4.5 tenths down the road from Stinson, and Izat, 4-time champion of the world, is not even in the 108s yet. But I'm going to ride with him now.
He's not. I think he's getting to it. He's 1/10 up on his time robot. Let's see how he does.
Okay. He's got a little bit of traffic in front of him as well. He's got a big lock-up on his front and rear left there. Simmons gone wide. He's letting Izat through here. Izat's going to get a little tiny bit of a toe as he's coming up to turn 11 now. Brakes after the curb starts there. He's really committed to that turn, and he's sacrificing the tyre wear on his front right tyre there. If he starts on this, it's going to be tricky for him, but he's getting through. Oh, he touched the curb slightly there on the inside at turn 30. I don't think you want to do that. Well, let's see what he can do, though. Here he comes, DRS wide open, he's about to cross the line, it is going to be a 108, it's a 108.8, that's put him third.
He's going to get faster. I think it was that last scenario, that last little bit of the track that kind of got him off. Like, just like you were saying, Robot, he touched that apex on the inside, he got on that curb. You really want to let that car run out to the outside when you're coming around 14 and 15, and I think when he hit that curb, he had to let off. Because when you hit that curb, it's going to push your car in the sand, and if you don't get control of it, you're off.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. You need to be careful around there. I'm just riding on board with Alex, who set a 1:10.9. So Alex is the previous D2 champ from last season. I reckon he's going to get into the 109s. I reckon he definitely has the pace. We got a yellow in Sector 3. It looks like it's a Red Bull who's come off or is letting someone pass at turn 12. But here comes the McLaren into the pits. And let's ride on board with someone else who's on a hot lap. Honda's on an out lap. Another really fast guy this season, a new addition to OFR. He's just coming around turn 10 now. So let's stick with him and see how he gets on. Do you think he can get into the top 5?
He can definitely get into the top 5. He's one of those guys. We've seen him up there all season, haven't we? Not using any ERS here. He's in the zeros. You do have to kind of bring it down to save some out, but there it goes. It's back on. He's going to turn it up for the last 2 turns here. He comes around, didn't hit the inside corner. Very, very tight on the inside. He comes around 15. He's going to carry the car out wide as he comes down to the finish line.
And let's see his.
It's going to be a good start.
It is. He's got a perfect run into this first corner. Absolutely perfect. He's carried so much speed through the first corner as well. He's got a car in front of him. He's just dived out the way across the racing line. That's going to be off-putting for him. But hopefully Honda got away with that one there. He's just come through 3. He's looking okay, and now he's starting the S's. 4. He's going through 5 now. In 6 is this right-hander. He's going to want to lift and drop down into 7th as he goes through turn 7. He gets it down to 6. Actually, he's gone wide again. Oh, he's gone wide. Now, what you were saying earlier, Honda has been up there. He is currently P2 in the championship, just 1 point behind Izat. So he definitely has the race pace. But has he got the quali pace here?
I mean, I don't know. It's all about how hard you think the overtaking is going to be today. We know there's not going to be any rain. It's going to be an overcast race. I think we're going to see a lot of dive bombs. We're going to see a lot of that late breaking into a turn. We know who the king of that is, don't we, Robot? That's Stinson. Stinson, the king of late breaking into a corner. Oh. We're going to see a lot of it. He may not have to do it, though, since he's in P1.
Yeah, that's true, but OFR Ablaze, Margolitz just picked up a penalty for colliding with OFR Ablaze. OFR Ablaze he's looking pretty glitchy on the track right now. Oh, that's going to be a shame for Margolitz. He's currently in P4.
I believe that was Margolitz that jumped in front of Honda there on Honda's hot lap. And then the run-in with Ablaze, that's not what you want to see. Ablaze is coming in.
So I'm riding on board with Cal.
Oh, somebody else is on. That's Margolitz. Margolitz tire off in 14.
Oh no, it's just gone from bad to worse.
That's
from
gonna
14.
Be a DNF P4.
Not where you'd expect to see someone lose a wheel.
No, he wasn't even on a hot lap.
There's a few.
That's gonna bring the yellow out in 15. The cars are gonna have to be very, very careful as they come around.
Yeah, Leakers just dived straight into the pits too. So I don't think he's going to finish his lap here. We've got a few guys coming in. Avi's staying out for now. That's Margolitz's teammate. Avi's got a car right behind him, though. It looks like it's a Ferrari. And it looks like he's trying to pick up a little bit of a toe from him. Ah, it's Gernman.
Yeah, that's Gernman.
Interesting.
How close can he get, though? I mean...
You don't want to get close through here, especially not when you're coming up to turn 11. No way.
Sooner or later, the toe factor starts to leave and become a negative as opposed to a positive.
Yeah, and I think we're about to see that here. I think through turn 12, Gernman's going to suffer from a lot of understeer. You can see him drifting a little bit wide there, but I think Avi's further enough ahead right now, though, to take advantage of this. So let's see what Avi can do. He's currently on a 109.7. This is a hot lap for him. He is going to stay out. He is going to complete the lap. 109.7 becomes... He hasn't improved. It's still a 109.7, so he was down on his time. And where's Gernman? Gernman's in P5.
Gernman's in. Gernman's dropped in. That just goes to show, as we were talking about earlier, that traffic. Here comes Izat. Izat's coming out of the pits now as Gernman's coming in. Izat's going to start his out lap. But traffic robot becoming a big part of the qualifying session today. 3 minutes left. The guys are on they just finished their second set of softs. They're going to come out on their third final set. Vilsek, we haven't talked about Vilsek yet. Vilsek in P6, he's been up in top 5 this whole time. Margolitz busted that time when he went up there with the 108.9. But as we know, Margolitz's out. Ablaze is on the side of the track, all the way in the grass.
I think it's glitching because on mine he's actually on track.
Glitching.
Yeah, something's going on. We need to give him a warning about that so he doesn't interfere with anyone's race. But yeah, he's all over the place on my screen right now. So let me jump to someone else. Yeah, Vilsek, the reserve driver, who may get a permanent seat after the break week. Nice to see him up in P6, eh? 109.1. That's a pretty good time. I think he can go faster.
Yeah, he's not changed his practice at all, Robot. This week he's come straight in. He's went right back to practicing full time, putting a lot of laps in this week. Here comes Izat. Now, as you look, Izat is actually out here. 3 minutes left to go in the quali session. IFR Stinson I think Stinson is about to come out. Menno has just come out. They've waited until the very last minute to put their live times in. But that's out there. Has he done it too early, Robot?
Possibly. He's going to have a little bit of traffic, just one car ahead of him, but I think that's the only car that's going to interfere. But I'm going to stick with Izak now just to see what his Sector 1 time is going to be. Remember how long Sector 1 is? It's not until you get round turn 7, like that's half of the track before Sector 1's over. So he's just coming through 5 now, through turn 6, and this is turn 7. So once you fly through it, you're going to see the Sector 1 line now on the map, and his time, he's 500ths up. I don't know if he's got enough. The 50-meter board's gone at turn 9 as well.
Yeah, and it's gone here as well.
Oh, that's gonna be tough. That is gonna be tough. A big challenge for these
right
guys.
there to living gone.
Now we're gonna see a Sector 2 time. Now he was half a tenth up. He's now a tenth and a fifth up on his time. So right now he's not got enough to beat Menno. He's not got enough.
I don't think it's going to be enough.
Tell you what though, he did have a far better turn 14 and 13 than he did last time round. Let's see if he's going to do it. Oh my god, he's gone past this! Oh!
How's he done it?
It was the final sector, it was turn 13 and 14. The last time round it was horrendous.
Did you see that?
Wow.
Now, how much of a gap is that? That had to have been at least 3/10 he gained.
Yeah, it was like those final 2 corners. I think the last time round he just made a mistake and screwed up. But he's just gone a tenth quicker. Or half a tenth quicker, sorry.
That was amazing. Menno's on his hot lap. He's going around 11 now. Here he comes down to 12.
And
Let's
he
see
is...
what his Sector 2 time is.
Ooh.
He's almost 2 tenths up. Almost 2 tenths up as he comes around.
Let's have a look then. This is going to be his last attempt as well. He's got Gurman in front of him. Santu's retired from the session. He's got yellow. I'm not sure what's going on with Santu there.
No curve on the inside. Here he comes around 15. He's going to bring it down all the way to the bottom. He's trying to get every bit he can out of it. Is it going to be a 7?
Oh, he's taking it! He's taking it! Menno's taking it! It's a 108.4. 3, 2. Oh my gosh. Now where's Stinson? Stinson's on an outlap. Is he going to make it? Oh, he is.
He's going to make it.
But think of the traffic, the AI traffic ahead of him.
Oh, look at all the traffic he's got up there. He's went super deep in turn 1.
Yeah, very, very
deep. He had
deep.
to save it. Somehow he saved it. Now we know that late braking, he can almost make any corner happen.
We need to see a Sector 1 time.
Was it too much? Yeah, we'll have to look at the time. Was it
I think so. I think so. Right, here we go. Through turn 7 he goes. And we're going to see a Sector 1 time. Now, he's 2 tenths down. Oh no, he's not got it at the moment. Now, can you keep an eye on Honda too, just to see where Honda is, because he's on a hot lap too.
Yeah, let's take a look.
I'll stick with Stinson and let you know what his Sector 2 time is in about 3 seconds time. He's just coming up to the line now.
Honda's messed up.
No, he's 2 tenths down. Stinson's 2 tenths down. I don't think he can make up 2 tenths now.
Yeah,
in this
Honda's
final part of the track.
Honda's right in Sector 1 as well. It had to have happened very, very early. It looked like it happened in turn 3, turn 4 maybe. He got super, super wide.
Yep, Stinson's about to cross the line now, and he stayed third.
Wow. Oh, here's Gurman coming out. Nope, Gurman, it's not going to happen.
Gurman's in the pits.
Vilsek crossing the line. What's Vilsek got? Nothing. That's going to be the checkered for Vilsek. 109.1.
I think that's everyone now. That's all of them.
Coming around. Lika's the last one out. Here he comes, and it's going to be right to the pits.
So, it's Menno, the new guy. The last time we saw this happen was with Carter. No one's ever come in and beat Izak on their first race. I think Carter was the only one. And
right out of the gate.
Right, yeah, wow. That's all I can say. Wow, wow, wow. So, 36 lap race. Everyone's going to be starting on that soft tyre. Is it going to be soft hard?
It's going to be soft hard. That's going to be the default strat, if you will, if you'll allow. Will we see the 2-stop though? 2-stop very, very capable of being done around the Dutch Grand Prix. I don't know if we're going to see it, Robot, unless there are a bunch of safety cars, something happens, we're going to see a 2-stop. Yeah, look at that. Marglet in P5 with the 5-place grid penalty is going to put him all the way down in the 10th. It's going to bring Gerdman and Vilsek up.
So Vilsek's going to start in P6, Gernman in P5. Tommy's also going to move as well. Actually, you're right. Everyone from Cam's even going to get a spot here.
Yeah. Take a look at that top of the list, Robot. I mean, pick a name in the top 10. Just pick one, and that could be your winner today.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, it's so good to see Tommy up there as well. Tommy's in tune with this track.
Yeah,
I've not seen him there in a while.
Squash that, but Cam. Look at Cam.
Yeah, Cam. Wow. Bravo, Cam. Well done.
I mean, it was a second all the way down to, what was it, P8? And then I'm sure they didn't go past that 2-second mark. Let's see. It was 1-3 all the way down to 14.
Wow, that's impressive. So that means there's only 4 drivers not within 1.5 seconds. That is a good
That's
division right there. Wow.
That's right. A little bit more overcast than the start of the race here, Robot. I'm going to turn it to you for the start, but it's a little darker, I think. It's not as bright as it was during the race.
No, it does look like there is more overcast. I don't think in the weather report we actually saw that there'd be rain, so it might just stay this way the whole time. But track temp.
How does this do with your tires?
That's what. So you might be. They'll take longer to heat up. So at the beginning, you're going to be getting more wear because they're going to be sliding more. But because they're going to be lower temperature, overall, you might be able to extend them 1 or 2 laps because there's less heat and then less degradation. It's kind of like a win and lose there. So it's
So the lights haven't come up yet. Safety car thoughts.
That's what I was about to say. I think turn 3 for sure. Safety car. Turn 2 or turn 3. Lap 1, we're going to see a safety car because everyone's going to want to try and get ahead there because it's so hard to follow around this track. We know that. There's 2 places you can overtake and you need to be so close, like within 2 tenths to make an overtake happen. So, yeah, safety car, I think very high. Definitely higher than last week, for sure.
Yeah.
And was it possibly higher than the start of this season? I don't know. But we haven't done this track. We've only done this track once in a real division, so it's kind of hard to say.
Well, they've got more practice. They've got more knowledge. They've got a better feeling for the track. It's not so new to everyone, is it? They're a little bit more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go with the session start. But I think it's going to be the fast speed corners, Robot. Here they go. The lights are coming on.
Yeah, I got no sound at the minute. I'm just waiting for the lights to go out. And that's it. Lights out and we are away. Now, Stinson's getting bogged down.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's Cam's all the way around, and Izat has got Menno already. We've got a yellow flag at the back. We've got a virtual safety car already, and Izat actually got ahead. Izat got ahead of Menno there. Oh, wow.
That was horrific.
Yeah, what a weird start to the race there. I'm trying to find out who the winners and the losers are, because I haven't got any of the telemetry up at the minute, so I'm going to bring it up now.
It's going to be Ollie. Ollie's definitely going to be losing out. The whole right side of the wing is gone. Random escaped through, undamaged. I think Avi has got an end plate missing on the left.
Yeah, Cam lost 10 positions. He lost the most positions there. Ouch. That's tough
Alex
for him.
Is right where he is. Wow.
Is that a full caution safety car? Oh no, that's it. Safety car in. Safety car's in.
Yeah.
And Blazer's AI is going to be on the track right now as well. So
now Izat's past Menno.
Yeah,
Izat's in front now.
Yeah, he passed him into turn 1, or whilst they were going through turn 1, and then as soon as the virtual safety car came out, Izat already had the position, so Menno couldn't do anything.
Now, what do you think Stinson thinks about his buddy Menno being in here? Does this make you a little bit more comfortable? Does it put more pressure on you? How do you react with that?
There are a rumour that Stinson has brought in Menno to be a little disruptor to the champion leader, Izat and Honda, possibly. Now, that's just a rumour.
We've got an issue down here with Blaze.
Oh, yeah, it's his AI, I think.
Yeah, I believe it's AI.
Oh, Random's got a penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well. I'm going to go back up to the lead, though, because Menno is not letting Izat get away. 0.5 of a second separates them at the moment, and Stinson is actually closer to Menno than Menno is to Izat right now. So, Stinson could be, calling in the team orders right now and getting Menno to step aside. You never know what can happen.
Right. I don't know. If he's got enough to do it, but if he doesn't, just work as a team and chase the guy down. If you make a mistake here, Izat is gone.
That's true. Now, we've got the pit stop strategy up right now as well. We've got a predicted pit stop, a 1-stop hards coming in at lap 11 or 13. So we could see just the 1-stop here. The 2-stopper was a little bit earlier at lap 9, I think, for another pair of softs, and then the medium at the end. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that, see what happens. We've got another yellow in sector 1. That's another car around. Who's that? It's the McLaren, I think.
That's
Is
gonna
it
be
Alex?
Alex. That's
Ooh.
Alex.
And his teammate's going to come up to the back of him now as well. Let's hope his teammate can spot him in time. He has, yes, he's just sailed past him, and now Alex is down in last place at the minute as Izat sets another fastest lap there. DRS is now enabled though, and look, Stinson has got past Menno.
Bad luck for McLaren there. McLaren's going to have to make something happen out of today, definitely a safety car chance. Look at Izat, 8/10 up. And then Stinson just 4 up on Menno. Let's not forget about Honda Robot. Honda's not dropped off at all. He's still up there.
Yeah, and actually, the last time Honda raced with us in another season was actually here in Zandvoort. I remember that.
Oh, you're right. VSC's out. VSC is out.
Yeah, and I can't. It's Williams. It's a Williams. Is that Simon? I think it's Simon.
It's Simon.
He's just parked his car. Oh, I think he's trying to DSQ himself. Look at this. He's not moving at all.
I wasn't going to say it, Robot. You said it. The whole front wing is gone on that Williams. Man, he already had the mediums on as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here. Yeah, he's back on track
just
now.
Wiping the tears.
From his visor.
Yeah.
Izat has now got a second on Stinson, so Stinson needs to close in within a tenth, otherwise he's going to be losing that DRS. And Menno is 1.2 behind Izat right now. Sorry, but behind Stinson, sorry.
5-second time penalty. The bad luck is continuing this season. He's got a 5-second penalty. He's went on to the hards. We're on lap 4. German's on the hards.
He's pitted under the virtual safety car as well. There is still a virtual safety car. Now, are we seeing that glitch? Oh, Vilsek's got a drive-through penalty as well. Is it possible that because OFR Blaze has left, we're going to see the safety car for the next 5 laps?
It could be. We may have to get a hold of Stinson on the next one if it comes out. And
well, so I think it can only come out 5 times. So I think after 5 laps, the race will return to normal. But yeah, this is going to be tough because every time it comes out, it means that Izat's going to get a breath of fresh air because Stinson's not going to be allowed to catch him, and Stinson is now actually less than 5 tenths behind him.
Caught him. Oh, he's went super deep going into 12 there. And Menno's dropped back a bit. Menno may have been caught sleeping on the VSC.
Interesting. Yeah, he's 1.4 seconds behind. I've got a feeling Stinson just got extremely lucky. I think Stinson's just closed that gap up to Izat and caught Menno napping.
He was paying attention to the delta, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Look at your top 5 drivers. You got Izat, Stinson, Menno, Honda. Tommy's made a move on Vilsek.
I think Vilsek, is he serving his drive-through? No, he hasn't served his drive-through yet. So Vilsek's still out. He needs to do that as soon as possible, though, because he can't do it under a virtual safety car, remember? And if there is that glitch, he might get disqualified.
You could. I was just going to say, Robot, look at the top 4. Just like I was saying earlier, pick a name. Pick one of those drivers and put some money down on them. Any one of those guys can come in with the win today.
Yeah, and I think the reason Honda's now just under 3 seconds down is he may have been on the straights whilst the virtual safety car was out where the others were going through the corner, which means he's going to be losing more time. So, but he's now, look at Tommy right behind him though. Tommy is pressuring him a lot here. Tommy's making a move down the inside.
Oh,
he's got
diving.
him. Oh, he's gone deep into the corner though. Vilsek's trying to go around the outside of Honda now as well, but it's not going to happen. Tommy has got Honda though. Yeah, I don't know how he held on to that. Good job.
A little iffy going in there and getting on the brake as hard as you can, and then he kind of went up into that lane just from braking late. A little wishy-washy. We'll call it a good move, but he's got the move done. Honda's not being able to do anything about it.
Not at the moment, no. And Stinson is still maintaining that 5 tenths of a second gap, and the gap between Menno behind him, who had that amazing quali pace, is currently increasing. 1.6 seconds now. But look at this battle for 4th place right now. Vilsek and Margaret are pretty much battling very hard as well. Let me just show you guys the penalties too, because look, Vilsek, I think Vilsek still has that drive-through. Yeah, he does. Vilsek has a drive-through penalty to serve.
Stinson just picked up a 3-second.
Ooh, already. Wow.
Vilsek still in the back of Honda right here. Margaret right on the back of Vilsek, and then look at who is back there in the Red Bull. It's Lazo, another one of our reserve drivers, right up in there in that mix. I mean, They're not letting each other go.
Nope, not at the moment.
Minno's gonna lose. You know what? He's gonna lose the DRS right here. And I think Stinson and Ezat are gonna keep going. Stinson tried to make the move. And he's still there. They're side by side. Here they come around 3. Stinson's got him in. He's got in front of him.
That was a very clever move by Stinson there. He held on to that outside for so long as well. And he's got him. He has got a 3-second penalty though, and that's only on lap 7. We're only a fifth of the way through the race, so I think penalties are going to be another big thing around here.
It is. It's going to be huge. But how many times have we seen Ezat finish race without penalties this season, even with the win?
True. True. That is something we need to consider.
Oh, look at this traffic. Who is that?
Is it Avi? I think, yeah, it must be Avi. He's 1 lap down now. Avi's getting lapped, yeah. That's unfortunate on lap 7, but it's not letting Stinson get away, though. He's still 5/10, so we could see another swap back here.
That's Lazo. Yellow flag. Coming around turn 10, way off in the dirt.
Now, the gap between Ezat and Stinson is now 0.6 of a second. They're coming up to the DRS zone now. He's got it open. Ezat does have his DRS open, and we could see an overtake here. Is he going to break late? No, he's going to stay behind for now. He decided to tuck in behind. And maybe, I don't know, hope for the next lap. But that gap is less than 0.5 right now. He needs to keep that level of a gap if he wants to make an overtake with the DRS here. Big lockup from Stinson as he goes into turn 3 though, and here through the S as they go. So they're through, they're going through 7, they've got through, end of sector 1. And what's the gap? It's still less than 0.4 of a second. This could be it. Now we've got a Williams off ahead of them. Let's ride on board and see. Oh, contact!
Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
Yeah. What's going on here? That's a back marker. I think he's getting in the way.
He's at the wing.
I can't.
That's Simon.
Oh. I'm gonna look at these. No, I don't think Ezat's got any wing damage, so it must have been a nice and clean hit on the back of Stinson there. But I don't think either of them were at fault there, though.
Good on Ezat not to get into the back of Stinson there, but look at what it's done with Minnow. Minnow's being able to kind of catch up right there. Look who's running in P4, Robot.
Tommy, wow. This could be his best result for the past few seasons if he can keep this up. He is really in tune with this track. German's got a
Here
penalty
comes
now
some
as
guys
well.
in the pits. That's going to be Honda in lap 9.
Got yellow in sector 3. Is that someone retired? Oh, Simmons left. And Honda's...
No bueno.
What's going on with Honda? Oh, he's in the pit. Honda's
He's in the pits. He's in the pits.
And he's putting on the hards, I think that is.
Him and Lazo have come in. Yeah, Honda's went to the hards. Lazo, however, has come out on the mediums.
So this is when you want to pit for the 2-stop. If you want a 1-stop, you got another 3 laps left. So I think the leaders out ahead are going to go for that 1-stop strat and wait for the safety car. Still got a yellow in sector 1. And Simmons left his car.
This is not good. Gurman's off. I think Squash Apple's glitch is
causing problems.
It's causing a lot of problems. Gurman's left wing is gone.
Oh no.
And I think we're gonna see the retire right here. Yeah, he just retired it on purpose.
That's not good either. So that's 2 guys out. We've got 17 drivers left at the moment. We've got...
Busted.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I don't know, Robot. I think the squashed apple situation is getting worse.
Yeah, so on my screen right now, he's looking pretty stable. But I suppose, yeah, it's going to be completely different if he has poor connection to someone else. So, yeah, he's off. Stinson's still leading, 0.6 of a second out ahead. Menno's still falling back. He's just lost another 0.2 over the last 2 laps, 0.3 now rather, to Ezat in 2nd place. And Margaret has got his way back up to 4th. Remember, he started in 10th because of that penalty, and he's worked his way up 5 positions already. That's a pretty good job from him. So I'm going to stick with Tommy for now because I think him and Margaret are the closest on track. really nice to see Tommy back up to his original pace that we saw many moons ago. And he is giving the Marglet a run for his money here. Marglet did just get past him though, so we might see that gap just increase a little bit there. Looking a bit further down the field, we can see a little bit of battle going on between Avi and Alex right at the back now as well. Avi has caught up right to the back of Alex. He's less than 3/10 behind at the minute, but he's coming up to the part of the track where an overtake is just not possible unless the guy ahead makes a massive mistake. But he's got through that okay. Nothing major going on there or unsurprising. And now he's coming through turn 6 at the S. He's going to lift as he goes through turn 7 downhill. Alex has gone a little bit wide there, and that's going to allow Avi to close that gap up. Look at it now. It's less than 0.2 of a second almost. And Alex has gone deep again, and here he goes down the inside. Overtake done. Really taking advantage of that mistake from Alex there.
Nice move.
Very nice. And I think he's going to hold on to that now as well, because the gap between Alex behind him is now 0.8 of a second. So I'm going to jump back up to Ablaze and Scotty, just to see if Ablaze's connection's improved. It looks like it's stabler now, at least, from what it was before. He's got Scotty right in front of him. Scotty 0.7 behind OFR's Santu Wrecker at the moment as well. And Izat is still got that 0.5 of a gap between him and Stinson ahead. He can't use the DRS to overtake.
So an update, Robot. TFI Simon wheel shut off twice on him. He had to retire the car because the wheel just shut off.
Oh, that's
A
unfortunate.
few times in a row on him, so he thought it would be better just to set the car aside and let the race go.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Technical issues.
Is that Vilsec?
Vilsec's in
No,
7th
Scotty.
at the moment. Scotty's just been overtaken by OFR.
Blaze has gotten by.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Blaze has gotten by. That's going to be P5.
And Honda's down in P11 on 2-lap old hard. So Honda made the early stop. And this is where you'd expect to see both Simpson and Izat pit. So I'm riding on board with Izat right now. Let's see if he's going to get him. This is where it's going to happen, if it's going to happen at all. They're coming around the final corner at 14. It looks like... Oh no, it's a fake! It's a fake! Look at that. Now, there is a rule...
It didn't work. It didn't work, did it?
No, but he did cross the pit lane. You know, there is that new rule saying that you're not allowed to cross it no matter what. And he did just cross it on lap 13.
Now, is it crossing it on the entry, or is it crossing it, period?
I don't know. So that's...
I think it's the entry. I think you can't come in late on the entry. I want to say there's not a rule on dipping out. Mind games.
Absolutely. And he's that followed him. He's that followed him the whole time. He got faked and then followed Stinson. He really doesn't want Stinson to get an overcut here. But I'm just looking.
What is he gonna do? I mean, how do you pick what tires you're gonna? Do you think Stinson's gonna go hards and then that's the end of it?
I don't know. Stinson's gone a little bit deep into turn 11 though. He's come through 12 okay. Now, are we going to see them stop now? I'm riding on board with Izat. Let's see what happens this time round. But what you got to remember as well is that, hang on a minute, Izat's in. Look at Menno. Menno's only 17 seconds behind. The undercut seems powerful. Oh, Izat might actually get jumped here.
Oh boy, here comes Menno. Menno coming around the last turn in 15. Izat's out. I don't know. I don't think he's going to catch him right here.
Okay, so the gap was 17, and what is it now? It's now...
Izat's still in the pit lane. Don't cross it, Izat. Don't cross it. He didn't cross.
He's 15 behind Stinson, and he's only 3. So it's a 14-second pit stop. It's a 14-second pit stop. And right now, Stinson has him covered. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be very close.
Does he answer back right here? It's still 15. Does he answer right here?
Yeah, we need to see if the undercut's going to work.
He's got to box opposite. He has to box opposite. He's got to come in. If he stays out, he's dead.
The gap's below 15. It's just gone above it again. So he's actually trying to generate heat in his tyres, and Stinson's trying to keep his cool. They're on opposite ends of the spectrum right now, and it's now 14.6. It's 14.6. I don't think Stinson's going to have what it takes. They're going to be side by side if Stinson pits as Izat goes fastest in the middle sector. Isak's just gone fastest in the middle.
Stinson's not in. Stinson skipped it. He skipped it, Robot. What is he doing?
He might be waiting for a safety car. He could be waiting for a safety car. I don't know. But look at this gap come down now. 14.5. Let's see what it is when they cross the line. It's going up slightly, but
Have we talked about the mediums yet?
Oh, he could be. Oh, I see. He could be getting soft medium.
Where I think 2 more laps, and he can go mediums.
He could.
2 more laps, and I think he can go mediums.
You can take the mediums 19. I mean, they'd be pretty worn at the end, but
exactly. But where is Izak gonna be when he comes in? Because he's losing time currently, and he's only gonna lose more over the next 2 laps.
Izak's going to come out ahead of him. He's just lost a second this lap. He's lost 0.8 of a second. So, and it's still coming down. It's still coming down. Izak's got those tyres to optimal temp. This is it. This is where we're going to see it.
not keeping up. Minno's actually falling behind a little bit.
Yep. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting. So, you keep an eye on Stinson for me. Tell me if he's coming in. Izak's just coming through the left-hander at 12 now.
He's out. He stayed out.
Now let's see if Isak can get it below 14 seconds. If he can do that, he's got him for sure. But I'm surprised the soft tyres can still match fresh hards. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I tried it earlier this week to see if you could go one-stop soft medium. It's possible. You can do it. But the time loss is huge. Here it comes. It's dropping down, staying the same, coming back up.
I'm really surprised Stinson's holding him off here. I mean, it's now 14 flat. Is it going to get below 14 at any point this lap? If it is, that's a sign that Stinson's running out of tyre.
I think in sector 2
there we
he's
go.
Gonna lose.
It's 13.9. This is it. He no longer has the lead, but it's going to come towards medium versus hard at the end of this race.
And he's going to have plenty of time to chase him down. It's not like he's going to come in and he's only got 5 laps to do it. When he comes in, he's going to have about half the race to make it happen.
True. That is true. I'm going to go back to Ollie at the back now, who's currently battling random serious appeal.
Here he comes, Robot. He's in.
Oh, he's in.
And he actually got the gap back to 14 before he came in. Let's see where it's going to happen. It's definitely the mediums. I can see the color on the wall.
His pit box is right at the end too. Here we go. Here comes Isak. He's just about to pass him now. Isak's going to have the speed, of course. Isak's got the lead for now. But let's see if Stinson can do anything in the pit lane. Where is he? No, Isak's ahead. Isak's ahead. But
Don't cross. He didn't cross.
Stinson's on the mediums. You were right. You called it. He's gone to the medium.
I think he's got him if he can make it happen sooner than later. Sooner than later, Robot. He can't wait until the end. You cannot wait until the end for these mediums to turn on or to make a move. He's got to make this move happen in the next 5 laps or it's not going to happen.
That's true. That is very true. Now, I'm quickly going to open up the telemetry just to give you an idea of what Isak's tyres currently are, because we need to know that info. It's going to be crucial here. So, let me just find the app. There we are, race engineer. Isak currently leading. He's got 10% wear on the front and 9 on the rear.
That's
now,
2 laps.
That's 2 laps. You're right. That's 5% a lap. So, look, there's 20 laps left, including this one. Isak's tyres are going to run out. Stinson, though, on those fresh mediums, already up to 4%. He's already at 4 with 1 lap.
This is going to be interesting.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm going to... I know there's other battles going on around this track right now, guys, but I'm going to ride on board with Stinson because this is for the lead of the race. And these two, Alpha versus Mercedes, they are currently battling each other very, very hard. It's going to come down to this. Smalley, behave yourself. And let's see if Stinson can keep that gap below 3/10 as he gets through turn 10. If he can do that, he's got a chance at an overtake down the inside at turn 11. It just looks like he has a bit more grip. It looks like he has a lot, sorry, not a bit, a lot more grip.
Well, I think you're right, Robot. I think the mediums, the tire wear on the mediums, I think are going to catch up to the hards before they get to the end.
He's got a VSC.
Oh, wow. Who is that? Is that a...
Yeah, I think it's the McLaren. I think it's Alex or Cam.
It is. It's Alex. And he's spun it around again right in front of a Red Bull. Who is that? Is that Lazo? He got it back around in time. Pit stops. Are we going to see a pit stop?
Well, Cam's taken this opportunity to come straight into the pits. He hasn't lost out on any positions. He's down in P15 at the minute as this virtual safety car is now in and DRS is enabled. Got
Oh, look at Stinson. Look at Stinson. Look where they're at. Here comes the move. They're going down the front straight. Stinson's on the outside here. They come down in turn 1. He's going to go around the outside of Ezat, and I think he's going to have him covered.
He's got him. He definitely has him. Now, let's just quickly take a look at the penalties, too, just so we can see. Yep, Stinson still has 3-second penalty, but Stinson's front tyres are now at 8% after 2 laps. 8% after 2 laps. So it's going to be hard to call. It's going to be very, very hard to call. I'm going to jump back down to Ollie, who's currently trailing Random Series, and just work my way up through the field so we can give everyone some screen time. So it's Lazo P12 at the minute. He's got Leaker ahead of him in P11. Leaker's 3.5 behind Honda in that Williams. Honda's 2 seconds, just under 2 seconds behind Vilsec. Vilsec's the reserve in the Renault at the moment. And then we've got OFR Blaze. It looks like his network issues have been solved. It just doesn't look that. Oh, he's gone off! He's gone off. Oh no, it's still glitching. It's still glitching.
That's the glitch.
And Alex is retired in the pit lane as well. Alex is out of the race.
That's going to bring out a yellow, I believe.
It's all kicking off this race. People just don't like Zandvoort, do they?
Stinson goes fastest at 110.9. Is that Stinson coming in? No. No. No.
He set a fastest lap. It's not Ollie. No one's in the pits at the moment, actually. I think that was in the McLaren. Oh, there is a Haas. There's a Haas in. It's not showing he's in the pit lane on my screen. That's weird.
He's going to switch to the mediums right here, lap 20. Look at the gap. Look at the gap Stinson's put on Ezat in about a lap and a half. I want to say a lap and a half. It's grown to 1.5.
That's that hard tyre. Now, what do you think that hard tyre is currently on?
Lap 20. Let's add 15 onto it and call it 25%.
It's on 22, so you're not far off. But with these hards, I think he may have been pushing them really hard at the beginning to get heat into them as quick as possible. And that's why he was able to jump Stinson. I think now he's taking it a little bit easier and he's allowing them to cool down a little bit. And I think that's
well, he has to, doesn't he? There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Who is that? Is that Ollie? It is.
Ooh. Yeah, he's still pointing in the right direction. Has he got wing damage? I can't quite tell.
He does. He's got a right wing.
Missing. Oh,
well,
yeah.
Actually, he doesn't have a right wing.
And there goes a Blaze, leaving again. Network issues. He's probably going to rejoin, but yeah, this isn't good.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. Vilsec's been fighting with it this whole race. Gernman was a victim of it at the beginning of the race. Vilsec's been fighting with it. Honda's still back there. You would think Honda would be able to make a move on somebody. He hasn't with the hards. He's got 11 lap old hards on, Robot.
Well, so let me quickly bring up the tyre graphics as well so everyone can see. Santu's on 20 lap old hards too. Random's on 18 laps. Ollie's on 17. So those guys have already pitted actually. And they're trying to go to the end.
It's not looking good for Santu here, Robot. Margaret cutting into that time. It doesn't look like he's eating into it too much. Did something happen to Margaret there? No. There it goes. 3/10 down. He's definitely making time on those 20 lap old hards with his 8 lap old hards.
This is interesting.
Matt's going to reset the timetable as
and there's only 14 laps left of this race too. Scotty's now got fresh softs on, so Scotty could take those softs all the way to the end here. I can't see the delta times at the moment because of the OFR Blaze leaving and then joining back. But once everyone crosses the line, we will see them. Scotty's right on the back of Honda here. He's so close. Oh, he's got him here as well. Look at the speed difference. Wow, that can't just be DRS.
Oh, look at Honda go down the outside. They touch.
Oh no.
Oh no. He's got to be careful. He did it right in front of Lika.
That's a shame. I think Honda may have closed the door a little bit on him there.
I don't think he's very happy. That's a fresh set of softs that you could basically throw in the bin.
Yeah. It's going to take him pretty much 2 sectors to get them back down to temperature as well.
Yeah. The gap growing, Robot. It's growing and growing and growing. It's not coming down. Stinson up to 2.3 as they come across the line. And all Ezat has to do is pick up a time penalty here, and it's over.
Pretty much. So he's still got 7/10 in it at the moment because of that time penalty, like you say. But I'm just waiting. Excuse me. I'm just waiting for Ezat's tyres to, well, Stinson's tyres to catch up to Ezat's. Ezat's on 25% now on the front. Stinson is on 22%.
They're catching quick, aren't they? But are the mediums going to degrade? It looks like, from what you're saying, the mediums are going to degrade much, much faster than what the hards are.
Yes.
In about 2 laps time, I think we're going to see the flip-flop.
I think you're right there. Stinson's now on 23 on that front left. Ezat's still on 25. So, yeah, they are climbing a lot here. And you can see the gap is kind of hovering around 2.6, 2.7 now as well. And Margaret is actually closed Santu up right now as well by a second. He's now less than 5/10 behind. Santu touching the gravel on the left-hand side there. That's going to cost him a few tenths. And I think we might see Margaret overtake him here. He's got his overtake on. He's got the DRS open. And he's doing the overtake. There he goes, down the inside. Brakes at about 75. Claims it. Good job. Margaret from P10 to P4. Great recovery drive.
It's not bad, is it? The gap has just flipped, Robot. He's now 3+ in front of Ezat.
Yellow in sector 3. It's a Ferrari.
Is that random? Random.
Yeah, it must be. He's the only one left, I think. The only Ferrari left.
Now Stinson's got to take advantage of this. I think Stinson's got about 3 laps left before the times are going to start straightening themselves out. Yeah, He's almost at 4. He's got to make this gap grow as much as he can. He's got to increase this gap as high as he can before the tires start falling off, because Ezat's there. Ezat's not going to give up. He knows what the time gap is. He knows what the penalty is. He knows how close he has to stay to him. This is going to be kind of an interesting end. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
And, I mean, Stinson is probably just 2 warnings away from another penalty. Because I have seen him cut a few corners. So that's going to be, yeah, like you say, that's going to be something to consider at the end. As Santu finally comes into the pit, so he made it to like 25 on those hards. And he's come into the pits for a fresh pair of soft tyres. He's come out behind Honda. So there's going to be a little bit of a battle there to watch out for. I think that will be a good one.
I think Random's going to have to do the same thing there, Robot. Random 21 lap old hards. He's going to have to come in for a fresh set. And that's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he's in.
So where's he going to come out? He's still going to come out ahead of Ollie, because he's got a good... Well, he's got about 2 pit stops on Ollie at the moment. So he should be safe there. Or, well, hang on a minute, is that Ollie coming past him now? Can't be. No, it's not. It's a black car. Yeah, so he could tangle with Ollie towards the end of this race, or the Red Bull. Who knows?
I think you're right. Let's go back to the tire degradation, Robot. Take a look.
Yeah, so the Mercedes is on 35 on that front left now. Stinson's on 32. So it is catching, but the thing is, 35% worn hards aren't going to be the greatest race tyre, are they? So when you're comparing that to 30% mediums, you're probably going to opt for the mediums.
Yeah, you're going to go medium all the way.
Especially around this track that's cool, you know. There's overcast, and the track temp's only 27 degrees right now. So the hards aren't going to be the best to maintain the temperature that you need to stick them down. And yeah, the gap, 4.2 seconds at the moment. Now, Santu...
So debut race...
Sorry, go on.
So debut race for Minnow, not a bad showing. P3, 10 seconds in front of Margaret. He's got some lap traffic in front of him. It's not been a bad day for him, has it?
No, it's not. A very decent race for him, actually. Both guys, too. You know, Menno and Lazo. I think this is their first race. both as reserves for now. Could get a permanent seat after the week break next week. But yeah, he's doing a really decent job. Nice to see Menno holding on to P3. He's only 5 seconds behind Izat, the championship leader at the moment. And he's not too, that gap's not that much bigger than the gap between Izat and Stinson. So
no,
I think he's doing a good job. And he's on the older tyre too. He's on 14 lap old hards compared to Izat's 12 lap old hards.
And then the other one we want to bring in, Vilsek. Before we go to Vilsek, let's go to Tommy.
Yeah.
Izat's teammate running P5 right now. What a day for Tommy. What a showing he's put out.
Yeah, and again, I've not really seen that kind of pace from Tommy the last season, He wasn't as strong as he has been in the past. And now it looks like we're seeing almost a comeback from him. He's in a really strong position right now and he's lapping consistently as well. No mistakes, nothing. He's had a really clean and a really fast race. It's really nice to see.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then moving down the line, we've got Vilsek returning full time, trying to get into that full seat maybe after the break. Ran him with another 3-second time penalty, but Vilsek coming back. It's not a bad day for Vilsek either. It's a good comeback, a good restart to his F1 career.
Absolutely. P6. I mean, if you look at the guys around him, Stinson, Izat, Menno, Margaret, Honda, Tommy, Santi, P6 is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
It's not bad.
And he's just picked up another penalty as well. Yikes.
We'll just keep going down. That's something.
I think it's just the back marker getting out of the way in sector 1. And look at that. Santi's just got past.
Santi trying to make the move.
Yeah, he's trying to get past Honda. But Honda just did the switch back there. Santi's on 2 lap old softs.
Santi's got those. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's got those softs. He's wanting to go.
He should be absolutely flying past him right now.
Look what just popped up on the screen, no. Robot. He's at 3-second time penalty.
That's
going to be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, we've only got about 10 minutes of racing left as well because we're on lap 28, only 1 minute 10 a lap. Avi picks up another penalty as well. Lots of penalties, isn't there?
It's kicking off.
And this battle right now for 6th place is shaping out to be a pretty decent one. Vilsek is still maintaining that gap. Now, let me just check Vilsek's penalties. Vilsek's only got 3 seconds. That's not so bad, but at the moment he's going to lose 2 positions. He's going to lose all the way down to P9 because of those penalties. That's how important it is to not get any around this track, because you do have these kind of clumps of drivers around and they'll jump you if they don't have penalties, so you need to be careful. Big lock up there from Santu as he's coming through turn 1. Gap at the front is still 4.8 seconds, so Stinson is still pulling away. Stinson's front left is on 42% right now, and Izat's is on 44%. So the gap is staying at 2%.
So they've leveled off. I don't think they're going to get into puncture territory,
No.
Doc, but I think they're going to start losing some pace. Menno's not going to catch them. Margaret's not going to catch them. I think they're pretty safe as long as Stinson doesn't pick up another penalty.
Yeah, correct. If he does, then it's 1.7 seconds Izat needs to make up. Cam finds himself right on the back of the reserve Lazo at the moment as well. We're going to see a bit of a battle ensue between these two. Let me bring up the tyres just so you can see. Cam's on 10 lap-old mediums, whereas Lazo's on 6 lap-old mediums. And Lazo has the better tyre right now, but he's being caught by Cam.
It's not a bad day from the two. Lazo coming in as a reserve. Definitely looking for that seat. I think give it to him. I mean, he's put in 2 or 3 great races this season that's coming in for a reserve.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad day. Cam coming from D2 into D1. He's looking for that groove, isn't he, Robot? It's all got to come together in D1. It's not just about pace. It's not just about strategy. Everything has to come together in D1, and you have to be all out 100% of the time.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do. The gap's now below 0.4 of a second. I'm going to quickly jump back up to the battle between Honda, Santi, and Vilsek at the minute there, because the gap between Vilsek has come down now. It's 0.4 of a second between him and Honda. Again, Honda is on 4 lap older hard tyres, and somehow he's catching up to the back of Vilsek here.
Well, he's being chased, isn't he?
He is. He needs to
He's
get
not
past
wanting
as
to
well.
lose that spot. Yeah, he's trying to go. He doesn't want to get past. Santi's trying to get past both of them.
I'm really surprised Santu hasn't managed to just jump them with those fresh soft tyres. And now
Honda's out of ERS. I don't think Vilsec knows. Vilsec's out as well.
he is, and they just both were trying to break the toe as they were going down that straight there. Vilsec moving to the right and then reclaiming the braking zone, which you are allowed to do. And that gap is still 0.4 of a second. So remember though, Vilsec does have that 3-second penalty. So at the moment, he's still going to drop down to P9 or P8. Sorry, unfortunately. But they are still putting on a really nice show for us.
It was a weird strategy call for Honda, wasn't it, when he came in and switched to the hards? Maybe being called out, wrong place, wrong time, but he's still going to come in with a top 10. He's in P2 currently in the standings. We'll have to take a look at it for you guys as there's about 4 laps left and see if we can depict or kind of see what this is going to do to shake up the points in the standings.
Oh no, Ollie's just gone straight into the back of Random Sirius. He's allowed him to get back in on the track though. He's lifted, so that's nice of him. But he almost pushed Random against the wall there at turn 3. That was very, very close. And now the gap between Vilsec... Oh, Honda's got past him. Honda's passed. So we missed that whilst Random and Alex were... Random and Ollie were battling. But Vilsec is now in P7 and he's got Santu 1.2 seconds behind him. So Vilsec's going to want to try and get past Honda again to see if he can increase that gap. It's still... Oh, it's 0.4 of a second, so I think Honda might just start to pull away here. But remember, Honda's got 4-lap older hard tyres right now, which is I find really strange. I thought Vilsec would have had a little bit more pace than that, but it is his first race back, let's not forget, and he is still in the top 10, so that's really, really nice to see.
It is. So I'm taking a look at the standings here, Robot, as we're coming down to the end of the race. Was in the lead, 37 points. Honda was right behind him, just a point behind with 36, and then Gurman with 26 points. Gurman's going to lose a lot of points here today. Stinson in P4. We could see Stinson jump up at least 2 spots here today.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, Stinson is going to jump Gernman, and he's going to have an advantage over Honda. Honda's going to be getting 8 points at the moment, so that will put him on 44. Stinson's going to get the full 25. That's going to put him on 46. So, yeah, Stinson might actually move into P2 if it continues.
He's also
like
got
this.
the fastest lap as well.
Oh, he had. Oh, so yeah, that's 3 points clear of Honda at the end of this race then. So yeah, you see, this has been a tough day for Honda. I don't think he thought he'd be battling down in P6. I thought he'd be battling up for the lead. But Menno, who's racing for OFR reserves at the moment, is getting a healthy 15 points for his team, almost taking them away from Honda.
Yeah, it's more taking them away is what it's doing. And then Margaret, just give it to Margaret for being able to stick in that P4. I don't think it's going to change here. He's had a really good day. He's so consistent. Right now, Margaret is down in P7 in the standings for any of you guys that are watching and supporting Margaret. Down in P7, 12 points for the Haas. You wish he would get up there a little bit, be able to battle up, but it seems like these past few races he's just had, I don't know, maybe not enough pace to keep up with the 2 guys.
I think so. Sorry, give me a second.
Yeah, so, I mean, Stinson's still up there. He's got that 5.2. A yellow flag is out. I think it's going to be random. It is going to be random. Stinson with that 5.2. It's sticking at 5.2 right now. It's not really growing. It's not decreasing. Ezat's not really been able to do anything about it. Menno, we haven't really called it, but he has lost, I think, about a second to the 2 guys. Yeah. But he's actually gaining on Margaret. But yeah, Margaret's going to have to figure something out. We're going to have to give him some turbo or something to be able to stick up there with the other two guys.
Probably. So like you said, he's got 12 points. He's going to get another 12 in the position he's currently in, so he will be on 24. He's just going to be right behind Gurman at the moment, so I think Margaret's going to move up into P5, actually. So I think he'll be in a nice position. And remember, after this race, we're only a quarter of the way through. You know, we have a week break after this, and then we've got another 9 races after that. So there's still a long way to go. But these guys are really trying to claim as much points as they possibly can within the first 3 races before the break to kind of secure their hold on the 25% championship.
You have to, don't you?
You do.
Especially with the break. You got to be able to collect those points when you can. Take advantage of every little mistake that your opponents are making and gain as much as you can. You want to be up there in the top 10. Yeah, here they come. Stinson across the line to start the final lap. He's at just now crossing the line. He's brought the gap down to 4.9. It's going to jump up to 5 as he comes around turn 1. What a day. Stinson's got some lap traffic in front of him. I don't think it's going to affect the gap any. It's been a race, hasn't it?
It really has. I think in the end it came down to the different pit strategy. I do think if Izak was on that medium tyre right now, him and Stinson would just be as close as they were before the pit stops. But I think that hard tyres let him down, and that's one to look out for in D2.
He had the capability, didn't he? He definitely had the knowledge and the race experience to carry the tyres out.
And it's only now that their tyres are now equal. They're both on 65% on that front left tyre. That's interesting.
Well, the undercut didn't work, did it?
It didn't, and it's better to go long on the softs and then jump to the medium. So here comes Stinson as he comes around the final corner now. It's his home Grand Prix. It's his first win of the season also, and he's going to take the victory in Season 5 here. His first one for Season 5. Good job there, Stinson. Next up is going to be Izak, who's still going to lead the championship. But he's going to be finishing in P2 with 18 points. And Menno, the reserve driver, the new guy, has really showed us that he does have the pace to race with the big boys here. He's finished in P3, claiming 15 points for the OFR reserve team there. Margaret from 10th to 4th. Great recovery after that 5-place grid penalty that he had. So he's managed to hold on, or actually to gain a position where if he didn't get that penalty. So he's done a really decent job there. And he is going to be claiming P5 in the championships. Tommy! Look at Tommy.
What a day from Tommy.
A day.
Wow.
Well done, Tommy. Driver of the day for me.
Buddy.
Driver of the day. Brilliant.
I would agree. Yeah, and then pulling in the points for Team Mercedes.
I know, I keep forgetting that. But yeah, they're going to get a handful of points here. 28 points, which is really good. Honda's finished in P6. Santi in P7. Nice team in the points. Vilsek returning for P8. Great to see. OFR Blaze in P9. And Liekler is going to claim the final point. 0 penalties as usual. And he's going to get a point there for racing points. So good job there. Scotty, who got into a bit of a tangle with Honda, remember, at turn 1. He's finished down in P11 after Liekler jumped him there. And Cam is going to finish in P12. So great race. Really great race.
A lot of information to pick up from that, isn't there?
There is. Don't go on the hard tyre. The driver of the day, Scotty, actually. So good job, Scotty. He must have had the most overtakes and worked his way through the field there. So really good job from Scotty. And there's Stinson doing his little dance on the podium. So we're just going to bring up the results now just so you guys can see. Yep, it's a fastest lap and a race win for Stinson, who's got a nice 26 points for the team there. And then we lost 3 drivers, unfortunately, but 16 did cross the line, which is really, really nice to see again. So good job there, guys. D2 is going to be starting in 45 minutes time, where you're going to see the same again with a nice full grid, so make sure you tune in for that. And unless there's anything else from you, Havoc?
No, I mean, I just told you. I told you Stinson was going to show out today. And
you called it again?
Exactly what he did.
So we'll leave it there, guys. Thanks very much for tuning in, and see you in 45 minutes time on the Online Formula Racing Media channel, where Denaba is going to be commentating.